This quick video is going to show you a great way to manage office hours for your class. That's going to save you a lot of time, make it easier for your students to sign up and more likely that they come, and much easier for you to manage. It'll also take care of virtual office hours if you want to meet remotely with your students or if you choose to be in your office on campus. Okay, so from the home page of your course, I've added a nice link that students can use to sign up for a meeting. But I'm going to show you how to create that yourself. Now you could put this link anywhere. You can put it in an announcement, you can put it in the course syllabus, whatnot. I choose to put it on the course homepage because I want to make it really obvious for my students. So in order to do this, we need to figure out where this link is going to link to. So let's do that part first. So I'm going to come on over to my Google Calendar. So let's go over to Google Calendar and we'll come to this week. I'll even look at next week just so we're a little clearer. And you can see I've already laid out my class's meeting schedule. Here's my class meeting. But I'd like to lay out some office hours for this week. So to do it, I'm going to pick some time that's available for students to meet with me. So I'm going to set aside from 10 to 12, 10 to noon on Thursday. Instead of choosing an event, I'm going to choose appointment slots. So make sure you choose appointment slots first. Right? Don't forget that. It won't work if it's an event. You can't convert an event later. So you got to set it as appointment slots from the get-go. Now I'm going to give it an intuitive name. CSI 160 office hours. That works for me. You may want to use one combined set of office hours across all of your classes and with your advisees. You may find it simplest way to manage your time. But for some people, maybe they want to name it very specifically and limit it for specific project meetings with their students. Okay, so I have some other choices, like I can choose the duration of the meetings. So I'm going to choose 60-minute meetings. But what I'm actually really going to choose here is more options because I want to see the full set of options here. Now, the first thing a lot of you are going to want to do is, for many of you, you want to block out your whole semester and make it easy on yourself. So you're just going to repeat it weekly on, let's say, Thursdays, right? And you can even choose under custom, right? Weekly on Thursdays, repeat every week on Thursdays, but let's end after, let's say, 15 weeks of the semester, right? So it's easy, it's set up, you got the whole semester blocked, right? For some of you, you're not going to be able to do that. Your schedule is going to shift week to week, and so you want to squeeze it in whenever you can. So I'll show you an option for that. Just so you know, if you do this duplication, you can always delete one given week. It's no big deal. Let's say you're going to a conference, you're going on vacation, you get sick, you delete the one, and it'll pop up a window. Do you want to delete one of them or all of them? You say, I'm only going to delete that one. No problem. Okay, so I've chosen the weekly on Thursday option. I'm just going to put back to does not repeat for now for this example. Now, some helpful description is helpful for your students. So I'm going to tell my students, please note anything specifically you want to address when you sign up. If you sign up for day of, you must contact me through Google Chat and confirm that I'm available. Now, I'm also, so this is my own choices. Put whatever message you want in here. They'll get a description, they'll see this description, but they'll be able to edit it themselves as the student when they sign up. So I'm going to tell them by editing this description, right? So they could add some notes and tell me why they want to meet. I like them to contact me if it's day of because I don't want to guarantee that I'm going to be there in my office hours if no one signed up. And that's part of the convenience of this approach is that you can choose to only be there when students have signed up. You could potentially require them to sign up the day before. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Now you could add, let's say your location 215, right? Are you in Ireland, right? Just type in the name, right, of where your office is. But let's add one little bit before we do that. So I'm going to save this. First thing we want to know is how do we duplicate this if you are not able to automatically repeat. So what you're going to do is click these three dots, choose duplicate, and then click on find a time. That's a great way to look out at your future weeks and see when you have some slots available in your schedule that you could then pull that in, right? And it's going to duplicate it. That's also a nice way if you're copying it for another class and you're going to set up a different class's office hours or whatnot, then maybe you only have to change one thing. Okay, so last remaining thing we need to take care of is for remote meetings. So let's say you want to use Google Meet or Zoom or even potentially InSpace to manage your meetings. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to cancel out of here, discard this, and I need to get the meeting link that I'm going to drop in here to get people to Zoom or Google Meet or whatnot. So to get the link that you need for Google Meet, the simplest thing is go to Google Meet, meet.google.com. So when you go to meet.google.com, you can start a new meeting. And the first option is to create a meeting for later. We're going to choose that option. It's going to give us a nice simple link. This link is durable. It's going to stay there. So I can copy this link, close this, and now I have my joining information. So now I can simply come back to my Google Calendar, edit this entry, and paste in that link. Now that link has some extra information, which is great. So if the person doesn't have internet access, they can call in with a phone number. But the key link that most people need is down here. And I like to take that link and copy and paste it up into the location area because that's going to make it easy and stable. The other thing I like to do is I don't like any extra formatting in here, so I'll remove formatting just because it doesn't show in all views for students. So then I'm going to hit save here, and there it is. Now we have a link that students can use to get to the meeting. It's right here up under location. What does it look like in Zoom? Well, let's go ahead and grab Zoom quickly. Here it is. And in Zoom, Zoom usually comes with a personal meeting, right? And I would suggest maybe you just want to use the personal meeting ID. That can work really well. So I'm going to copy the invitation for that and edit my office hours and paste it in. Now, one thing I recommend is get all of this set up before you duplicate across multiple weeks, right? If you're just using the repeat, it's fine. But if you're doing that manual duplication, get it right once, right? If you don't have students in Canada, maybe you delete that, maybe you choose to leave it. Doesn't really matter. The most important thing is this link up here, how to join the Zoom meeting, right? And that we're going to want to come up here and paste that in instead of our Google Meet link. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this, leave Meet in place for my own use. So now I have my office hours. Now if I click on this, you'll see there's go to appointment page for this calendar. These office hours, these appointment slots are associated with a particular calendar, and it's your personal calendar, right? If you want, you can create multiple calendars, one for each class, and that way you can segment these appointment slots and really kind of manage them. But I'm going to give you the simple way, right? Because I think it's easier. So if I go to this appointment page, I'll see my own personal calendar overlaid with those office hour sign up. And the students, when they're logged in, they'll see their own personal calendar. They will not see your calendar. The only thing they're going to see is these great boxes to sign up, right? When they click on one of these, they'll see the link to sign up and they can fill out the description, right? And they could edit this description and add some more notes like, I need help with the final project and can you give me, can we sit down and I can get some advice? Okay, so let's cancel that. We can grab this link across the top here because we're looking at this appointment sign up. Or if we're back here and I click on the calendar, you'll see go to appointment page for this calendar. Now the simplest thing to do is right click on this, and if you're on a Mac you can hold down the control button and left click, and that will give you more options so that it's like a right click, and choose copy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is come on over here, edit this, and I already added this sign up for a meeting. Let's remove it, pretend like it's not there. We're going to come back here. This is what the course homepage looks like when you get it copied in. This was for spring 2021, but yours should look fairly similar. I'm going to go ahead and edit this page. I'm going to choose to put it right below the syllabus. So I'm going to come to the end of the syllabus, press return, right? Don't erase the word syllabus, so we leave that link in place. And I'm going to say, sign up for a meeting. And I'm going to choose to make this a little bit bigger, just so it stands out for students. And I'm going to turn this into an external link by clicking this chain link button. Paste in the link. I hit save, and I'm done. Students can sign up for a meeting with me. Easy peasy.